Morning, folks.
Good morning and welcome to a very rainy Turkey.
Again, we've had now 2.5 weeks of this and I'm fed up with it.
Yes, but we are here to see Santa Claus, believe it or not. We are at it's not the birthplace of Santa Claus, but it's the death place of St. Nicholas. He was born in Patara, which is a few miles down the road, but he spent most of his life in Myra, which is the city we're going to go and see. It's on the north end of this town.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Well, we might be driving there instead of walking at this rate. But this church was his burial place. I think he was originally buried in Myra, but due to an earthquake, the course of the river locally shifted, and the city that we're going to see, I believe, is a bit rock cavey, and it flooded, so they moved down here, and they built a church here, and St. Nicholas's tomb was here until the 11th century, when the Romans were here, and they decided they wanted his body. So they took it, and it's in Italy. My understanding...
Bari, a city called Bari.
Bari, where there is a church built to him and his tomb is there. But my understanding is they didn't take all of him. I think there's a little bit of him left here, but we haven't found that information here yet. That's just courtesy of Wikipedia. But yeah, so we're going to have a look at this church museum. It's no longer a practicing church. It is a museum.
Oh well, they've built this lovely great big structure over the top of the building to preserve it, but it leaks by the look of it. So all the fantastic mosaics are being soaked. What a shame. Although it's been here for a long time, so I don't think a little bit of rain is going to make any difference.
No, but I think the roof protects the paintings on the walls as well, a bit more importantly, because there is a lot.
That's really cool. Hundreds and, well, not thousands, yeah, definitely hundreds and hundreds of years old. Got another one there.
We have learnt that with Turkey's ruins, I think there's so many of them and no documentation necessarily done properly, that they don't really know what's what. However, they think this was the burial tomb of St. Nicholas.
They think.
They think.
They don't know.
No, so it could be. They're assuming from the pictures around it that was the burial tomb.
However, these pictures were painted in the 11th and 12th century.
After he'd gone.
Yeah, years, well, 1,000 years after he's gone. So, I don't know. I will say, though, that some of the places we've gone have been incredibly well documented and telling you what's going on, and some have been incredibly badly done. And we've been here for 20 minutes and I'm going with the lower end on this one so far.
Yeah, I think it's probably the fact that they don't have the information. So it's not been documented, because the history around this would have been documented, I'm assuming, by Christians, by the Romans, and then taken with them when they left.
Maybe.
So maybe that's what it is.
Fascinating to see. Just wish I could find out more information.
It is a cool church. The decor and the architecture here actually is one of the best ones I've seen. I like it. Hey, we've just listened to the audio guide describing what all these paintings are for, and obviously quite a lot of it's missing. But I've just realised everything's at the top or underneath. It's really clear underneath, but everything at the bottom is gone. I reckon that's the rain. Basically, it's washed it off. It's fallen down and splashed, hasn't it? And the stuff at the top has not been hit by the rain. Tom's like, what are you talking about?
Really?
I'm trying not to laugh. We've come through to the next section, and apparently this sarcophagus, which does look a little grander than the rest, may or may not be St. Nicholas's crypt. Sorry.
But
they'll know more when they open it.
When they open it, they'll find out. Really? Not actually sure what they're going to open. A little bit of, I think all of this here was written by a novelist.
Possibly, and the translation is obviously really bad, but that just tickled us. Anyway, St. Nicholas, also known as Santa Claus.
But St. Nicholas, possibly Possibly, but they're not sure. And if it was, half of it, well, how do they know what's in there if half of it's already been taken to Bari? I mean, I'm a bit confused. If anyone knows anything more about St. Nicholas, where he lived, where he died, and where he is now, please send Claire a message.
No, leave us a comment. Drop a comment in.
No, send Claire a message, because I just laugh.
Right, through to the main section. It is a beautiful church. The architecture is really, really lovely. And they have lit it well. This bit in here, it's huge. This church has been restored, excavated, and investigated about 3 or 4 times over the last 150 years by different people. But in the 1950s, this section was restored by a Russian Tsar, and we're assuming that's why the roof looks so clean and crisp. And it's beautiful. It creates such a lovely effect in here. If you're a mosaic fan, then this is a good place to come to. There are so many different mosaics, floor mosaics here. Now, as much as everybody loves a picture, I love these mosaics here because they're all geometric-y kind of ones. There's no pictures of them, but some of them are beautiful. Especially the ones out the front. The mosaics out the front are absolutely stunning, but unfortunately it looks as though they've got a bit of a leak issue going on out there. And as you can see, there's somebody trying to give it a quick clean. Because of drains and myrrh, we're in a different chamber now. Because of drains and myrrh associated with death, this may be the spot where St. Nicholas's grave is under here. They really don't know. They have not got a clue. I mean, it is, as I said, it is a beautiful church. It's
he died in the year sort of 300.
350.
So he died a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
And this church has collapsed and been rebuilt a number of times. So things would have been moved around.
Yes.
But... that's gone on. So, but if you're going to tell a story, at least kind of
Pick one,
get it right. I mean, so he could have been in that big burial, in that big sarcophagus, which when they open it, they'll find it, or he could be in here, under a stone, or they don't know. It's just today's.
There's light sensors on here, so
let's get out of it.
Yes.
So today it's lovely. The church is fantastic, and the views and the corridors, it is beautiful in here. I just wish they could tell the story right.
Listen to the audio guide with a pinch of salt.
Anyway, right, definitely now it's time for coffee and cake.
Before we go to the next place.
Yeah, I think the rain stopped as well, which is nice.
Shh. As you can see, it's very English weather. Precipitous out there. So we've come to shelter under here. The church is lovely. We have been trying to cheer ourselves up a little bit because the weather is getting to us a little bit, hence the laughing and joking about the translation on the audio guide and the information they gave you. It is €17 to go in there, which I think is pretty steep.
Yeah.
But they've got you. If you want to see it, then you've got to pay it. I did enjoy it.
It's beautiful in there. It is lovely. And the architecture and the building is beautiful. Just need some better information.
Yeah, and the gift shop is eye-wateringly expensive. We were going to get one of the little icons that the Orthodox Christians use, but they were one of them was 20 euros, one of them was 50 euros. In fact, one was more than that. One was about 60 euros, which is a lot of money. So we went to the shop across the road, which was marginally cheaper, so we decided to console ourselves with coffee and cake instead.
3 magnets and again coffee and cake.
Yes, 3 magnets, and that was 5 euros, so that's fine, that I can cope with. But yes, we're going to have coffee and cake. We were going to walk out to Myra. I think we might drive.
Yeah,
this weather is getting... We don't mind rain, that's fine. It's just really difficult to get everything dry in a van.
It's quite depressing walking around in the rain all day.
Yes.
We've had 2.5 weeks of it now. We said earlier, 2.5 weeks. At least you can see why people, when they do van life and they come to a place like this, that you hunker down for a bit. Yep. Eventually, you just go, oh, I've just got to. I want to see Turkey. I mean, we've seen so little, really, compared to all the stuff we want to see is in the next month of all the archaeology and the history. But if it's going to do this, might as well just head north and get somewhere warm, at least dry.
I was going to say north is cold, Greece. But Greece is getting mullered as well at the moment. I think if you're going to come to Turkey, I think the best month for the winters is November, December, because it doesn't rain too much. January, February along the south coast.
September, October, November, and then leave here in November.
Yeah, December along the south coast is still all right. It's just January, February it rains. Anyway, we're going to stop whinging at you. We're going to go and have coffee and cake to cheer ourselves up. We lied to you. We haven't got coffee and cake. We've got tea and a creme caramel thing and a chocolate mousse. Because they don't do coffee like we know it. They do Turkish coffee or Turkish tea. And the tea is definitely better.
Good.
This is really good. Now that it's stopped raining, we have decided to walk up to Myra. It's about half an hour, it's 2 kilometres, but we're walking past these loads and loads of greenhouses and polytunnels. But look at all these tomatoes, proper fresh, no miles. So you know that when you have tomatoes here, they haven't travelled very far. We're keeping it real. I'm keeping the umbrella. Although you can't see the amphitheatre. Sorry, the theatre behind me, the semicircular theatre. Welcome to Myra. So we've just read that the reason that they built here was because there was a river nearby, and obviously river is life. But the reason of its demise, amongst the fact that the Turks, the Islam, were starting to raid the area and take over the area from the Christians, is the fact that because of an earthquake, the river changed its route and it started to flood. And as it flooded, it brought silt to the area, and it just gradually got worse and worse and worse. And there is now between 13 and 30 feet of silt, of which they are still excavating, which is why we're currently stood on top of an area, and that's what they've dug down to. They reckon the city was vast and it went all the way to the sea, but it's now, the rest of it is currently underneath the current city of Demre. And this is all that's left or rediscovered, mostly because of the rock tombs up there, which look awesome. So this ancient city was named Myra, which is a variation of the word myrtle, which we are assuming there was a lot of them growing, and there are some myrtle trees over there because there's lots of the little berries on the floor.
What a shame we can't go up there, but my God, isn't that impressive? Actually dug into the rock. Apart from that one there, which is a mausoleum, the rest are actually just cut into stone. If you think they are, what, 1,000, 1,500 years old, if not older, 2,000 years old, it's really, really impressive.
Well, this is where St. Nicholas lived. This is where Santa lived, and he died in 350 AD, so probably...
Nearly 2,000 years old.
Yeah, 1,800 years old. They are stunning though, aren't they?
So I've got to go back a little bit. This is actually the necropolis. They're not houses, these are all tombs. These are the rich and wealthy, of course. The poor were buried in other plots. But yeah, these are tombs. Imagine building one of those for us now in a mountain. Incredible. Still incredible, whatever they are. The acoustics are great in here because I can hear the cat. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the second row down, up the top there. It's about there. You can hear it meowing. I know we said when we were Olympus we're not going to bore you with too much more archaeology, but this theatre holds 11,000 people and in its latter days was used for gladiator fights and animal fights. And behind it is the Acropolis, which is basically the city centre where things like law and meetings and business took place.
A stark reminder that they have earthquakes here. This bit looks as though it's been pulled out and needs pushing back in again. Nothing could have done that other than an earthquake, I think. So that one was 13 euros for tourists. I enjoyed that, despite the rain. We did get a little bit wetter than we intended to, but that was quite cool. I actually think the rain made the rock tomb stand out a little bit more because the black was blacker. I think that was quite cool. Mind the cockcrow behind me. What do you think of it, hun?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Just wish there was more information.
Yeah, the audio guides are good. I would definitely recommend getting the audio guides.
Well, it's part of your package. It's part of your ticket. You just scan it. You scan the museum pass.
Yep.
You download an app, and I'll put it there. I'll actually put a photo of it in a minute. You download the museum pass, which is free, the app, and then every time you scan your ticket, there's a QR code that you scan from the app that gives you the audio guide for there. And the audio guide's free, so if they say you want the audio guide, it's part of your ticket. Don't get scammed into paying another 400 lira for nothing.
So it's 450 lira to rent the headphones for the pack, but you get it as part of your phone. Just remember to take some earbuds with you.
Or just play it on your speaker.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to town. And then we're heading off to Cache.
Cache. We might go and do a cache in Cache. We've gone on a bit of a geocaching adventure and it's brought us to a tomb, as always. We're in Cache, by the way. There's dancing women, did you say?
These are dancing women, apparently. I can't make it out.
Okay.
Apparently there's 24 dancing women up there. And we are in a tomb with four sections of tomb. Obviously they're empty now.
Oh, they've got pillows.
They've got pillows.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you want to go up there and see what it's like, huh?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, but no thank you.
Not yet.
Now we've got to work out how to get down. We've come the back way. We started at the theatre. I nearly said amphitheatre. We started at the theatre. We walked across the scrubland. And I don't know how to get down, so it might be a bit of a challenge. But we like those.
Oh, and there's another one here as well. They didn't tell you about that one. Oh, should we get Claire into there now? As you know, she loves the cave. The places geocaching takes us, I mean, you would never come up here normally.
Well, no, we didn't. We came the other way. This is where I show just how old I am, but not actually being able to bend to climb.
Yeah, wasn't too bad, was it?
Not as bad as it looked when I first came around the corner, actually. So we've just stopped for a mid-afternoon snack, and unusually we've gone to, have I got this right? Yes.
Noel Baba.
Yeah. It's a bit cheesy, it's a bit gimmicky, but actually it was really good.
It was huge.
We ordered a beer's friend, which is chips and chicken bits and onion rings and stuff. It was huge. There was lots of sauces, but we thought it won't be that big, so we'll just have a little pizza with it. We're both stuffed. So that was lunch and dinner done together. So if you come to the harbour, And you look at all the restaurants and you go, oh, they're going to be overpriced, oh, they're going to be rubbish. Actually, that one's really good. And it isn't the kind of place we would normally eat in. And I think that's our first pizza since Bucharest, which is 2 months ago.
It was very tasty.
Yes.
So two meals, 2 beers, 1,350, which is about 22, 23 quid. That's not too bad.
It's the only time we're going to eat today because we are stuffed. And that does include 2 beers as well. So, shall we go and have a walk around the harbour? It's very windy down here, so I hope you can hear me. We are fascinated by how these boats manage to stay propped up. I understand how they stay propped up, but how do they get them up here? The beach isn't right here. It's kind of scary, I think. Whoa. The winds are coming in. But how do they get them up there? I'm assuming they crane them, but there's a lot of boats because you get one crane in for the day. But it's really clever how they get them to stand
And they're
up.
big boats as well.
Yeah. That doesn't look safe to me. I'm not sure I'd want to walk around the inside of that boat while it's like that.
That looks like Jenga gone wrong.
It does a bit, doesn't it? But we're assuming that they use these to pull them up from the dock and then slide them on and off of those. I'd love to see it in action. I think that'd be it's quite a skill, I should imagine.
And also the tyres on these, as you can see, are even worse than Peggy's at the moment.
This is a hell of a view back on the town from round here.
That's some pretty cool artwork on the wall of the harbour as well. Other than the views and a few little old streets and pedestrians with a lot of shops open, it is winter of course, not a lot of shops open. It's a lovely little place to visit. We've walked around in 3 or 4 hours, I suppose, and that's enough here. I don't think, I'm going to run somebody over, don't think there's anything else to see. 3 or 4 hours and that's it.
Yeah, and I think a storm's coming in, so that was good timing. Let's go. We've got the dash cam on, but I think the dash cam is too close to show you just how much water is coming down right now, hence why we've just pulled over. Oh, lightning. I'm waiting to start talking until the thunder's gone. English, Dan.
Oh yeah.
Huh? It wasn't that loud. Okay. Still going. Cash was beautiful. We stayed there for a couple of nights. We've moved on. We've come to Fethiye because we need some work done on Peggy. So we've come to find a garage, but we've just pulled over for a minute.
It's nothing serious.
No, nothing serious, but we want the tyre swapping over because the front tyres are a little bit bold and some of these hills have been a challenge. There's a brake light that's kind of showing occasionally and then it's not, and so it's best to get the brakes checked. Headlights gone, and then we're going to get them to look at the suspension.
Yeah.
We think the suspension might be going in the front driver's side. So yeah, we're coming to find a garage. We found a Peugeot garage. We found lots of garages. It's finding a garage where we can get inside because we're 3 meters tall, in fact slightly above. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge because nobody's going to want to work on her outside today. Garage number 4. It's actually garage number 3 today. We're on an estate. I've never seen so many garages in my life as there are here. It's vast. So we went to one that was a Peugeot and they're like, nah, we can't fit you in, you're too tall. Cars only, go around the corner. We went around the corner to somebody else and he said, nah, too busy, sent us down the road. But on the way down, we spotted this one, which is big enough for us to get into. And they were like, yeah, come on in. So there she is. He's having a look. And that's the name of it. No idea how long we're going to be. He seemed to finish obviously he was finishing the job he had to do, but without being able to speak each other's language, everything through Google, you just don't know what you're doing and how long you're waiting. But she's jacked up, he's having a look, see what happens.
So something we don't do in the UK anymore is rotate tyres very much. I don't think it's something I've done for years. But as Peggy's front wheel, and we've been dragging her 3.7 tonne up and down these mountains, and you've seen some of the mountains in previous videos, it's quite hard work. So the front tyres are wearing a lot quicker than the back. So we're having the tyres changed front to back, we haven't rotated. Going to get the brake pads changed, but also we've had a real bad knocking noise for the last week, and one of the bushes he thinks has gone under suspension. We had suspension changed after we got back from Morocco, but these mountain roads and these potholes, I mean, it's hardly surprising. So he's currently taking it all apart. He's taken half the dashboard out, I'm not sure why. They got all of the parts, got no idea how much the price is, but they're getting on with it quite quick. That is either a 2 or a 3-man job trying to get the suspension strut back in. It's not something I could do. They've obviously repacked it with grease. One of the seals has gone, one of the bushes, he called it, I don't know what a bush is even, other than the things that grow on, you know, out in the garden. I'm not a mechanic, which is why we've come here. So far, it's so incredibly quick. Now, we said before, there are so many garages here, there must be auto parts places everywhere. One of the guys here walked out with his umbrella, came back about 5 minutes later with all the bits in his hand, and it's all going back together. I can't believe that. He's taken the strut off, fixed it, revving the engine, took it off, fixed it, did the brakes. An hour and 20 minutes so far we've been here. Incredibly good service. Just got to wait for the bill. That's going to be the scary bit. Hopefully not. And then we've got to find somewhere to park tonight. Somewhere close, I think. And she's coming off.
Hour and a half, nearly 2 hours, all done. Yet to tell us what he hasn't managed to do, but it looks as though it's all done.
Still need the light bulb done.
Oh yeah, light bulb. Yes.
Headlight bulb, which will probably take as long as the rest of it.
Yeah. It thought it could rain a little bit. This is why we had to find somewhere that you could fit a van into, because nobody wants to work on her out there.
After the garage, we drove literally 10 minutes to a lovely little harbourside park up, which is apparently visited by wild boar at night. And the following day, we headed to Dalian to go and see some waters. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell and it will tell you when the next video is coming out. See you soon.